Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. I'll just do another video there. What we're going to do again, the last lesson I had said that we're going to move on 2 point perspective. I'm going to do two more videos of 1 point perspective, and the reason is to show you two different ways they can use the same steps but to use the different kind of subject. So this is what we're going to be working towards. So this, as you might see and figure out by looking at it, is 1 point perspective. You can't see it here. This is the guiding line here in the background. I have done the pencil and the pen in on top of that. So same idea. It's bird's eye view. You're looking down from a viewpoint of a bird, and these are supposed to be the tops of the buildings, and they kind of converge into this vanishing point that we've used in each lesson so far. And this is a pathway, and then these are kind of shrubs, and then little trees kind of going around here, just kind of an effect. So we're going to use the same steps, and we're going to get a different type of subject here at the moment. So again, this is A3. You can use whatever size you want. A4 if you want to use your sketchbook, do it in your sketchbook. I'm going to be using again a pencil and a pen, as I mentioned before. It's just to make it easier to see it on the video. I have an eraser and I have a pencil there just in case. So you'll always start off with a light pencil, and you go on to the darker pencil later on when you're happy with the way things look. So again, what we'll start off again with, as usual, I'll go back to using the horizon line, which is a line that goes from left to right. We're going to pick it around halfway along the page, and we'll go right across. In the last lesson or two, I've used a ruler. You can use a ruler if you like. In this one, I'm not going to do it myself. So I'm just going to put, that's the vanishing point as usual. I'll just put it up here just to VP. Okay, so that's the horizon line and the vanishing point. Right, so what we're going to do is again the same thing. We're just going to draw boxes around. If you wanted to follow the same types of boxes I'm using, then you can work along with that then. So I'll start off with a few boxes. So you don't do anything yet with the lines. You're just going to create boxes of different shapes, different kind of sizes even. Instead of saying squares, I'm just going to say boxes, because it doesn't have to be a square. It can be rectangle or an oblong shape if you want. So try to make them pretty big. Try to cover the page. Just give you more of a chance then to give a setting feel to it. And let's put one more here. Say, again, you can use rulers to get all these shapes straight and all the rest of it if you like. So that's the first thing. So you have the horizon line, vanishing point, and then the squares going around. So as we did before, same deal. So we're going to go back, and what we're going to do is draw lines from the corners. So if you're doing the same boxes as I am, then just follow the steps directly. So we're going to start off with this is a guiding line. So it's going to go from the vanishing point, from the corner of this to the vanishing point. And again, vanishing point to the corner, and again out to this one. Okay. I'm not going to bother putting this line here because this line isn't going to be visible in the drawing because it's going to be hidden behind the top of the roof. So again, I'm going to go out over here. I'm going to draw it over here because that you'll see this line, because when the gap between the two buildings, you'll be able to see this line. So you'll fill in this. This one you won't bother, and then I'll do one ever so slightly here if we can. And again, I'll just do one from the vanishing point out. Vanishing point out. And if you do happen to draw these lines, that's fine. It's like they're only guiding lines. You can rub them out if you need be. And again, I won't need to do this corner because it's hidden. So let's go around now. Let's start marking them out. Again, this is rough. Like, you can spend more time at this to get more clear kind of straight lines on it. So the same steps that we've done in the last while. And as mentioned before, it's called 1 point perspective because it's got 1 point. Okay. So that's the general idea. That's the lines all connected. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect the ground of this little park, say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just draw, say, a vertical line. I'm going to start connecting this. I'm going to make a little park. Again, you can just copy my one if you like. So I'll just bring it down here. So and then I'm going to draw a vertical line going up, vertical line going down, and then what we're going to have here is, we're just going to have this here. Okay, so these are going to be the park. This is the type of the tops of the roofs. So now what I'll do is I'll start to fill in. I didn't fill in that line there. Right, so what I'll do is I'll start to darkening in. I'll try to do 2 lines at the top to give it a suggestion that it's a wall on top of the rooftop. Okay, we're getting there. Again, you can create your own shapes, your own buildings. You can use this at first to give it a go, and then once you have it down, you'll understand the steps. You can create your own. Okay, so now I'll start connecting them. So the bottom of this is the bottom of the building. I'll start to darken it in there now as well. Right, mine's going to be is pretty rough. Yours can be a bit more focused on accuracy. So I'll bring that down. Okay. Right, so that's the idea. So what we'll do is I'm going to make this look like there's windows down here. So what we'll do is I'll do just lines going like so. The further away from it is, the further away from this line here. Sorry, I can even say it. The closer to this point, the tired lines are going, and the further away it gets, the further and further it gets in the spaces. So I'll just do it to show you. So I'll just do the same thing, space. Starts to come together. Okay. I'll just have this square. Then I'll put this square in the middle and just get a kind of cross hatching, so vertical lines. So it almost looks like it's the center of a little park. And then what I'll do is I'm going to say this is the pathway. So to do that, I'm just going to draw little lines going across. I'll do it all the way down here and back around here. I'm going to put some shrubbery around here, just circles, just to give you an idea. So from the top, looking down from the top, little shrubs just look like little circles. Looks quite abstract at the moment. Once you start putting colour into it, like if you start colouring these in green, automatically you get the feel that it's a tree. That's it, yeah. I'll just go around and I'll just darken in parts of this now, just with a pen. See that? And in your case, it could be you use a darker pencil. And if you do have a sketchbook, just put them into the sketchbook, these types of drawings, because if you have it if you have your drawings in one sketchbook, it's easy to flick through what you've done in the past. It might give you ideas for certain things in the future. Whether you are doing art or you're just interested in drawing, you can actually request for a sketchbook. And I think it's a good thing to keep yourself busy. You can draw anything that's around your cell, or even tasks like this. I know you get to see these on the Prison TV. You don't have to be an art student to do these. Like I do these types of drawing when I'm doodling. They're not supposed to be finished pieces, but it makes your brain think, how would things look, especially when you're looking down from a bird's eye view. It's a bit of an abstract viewpoint, but I think it can help with creativity. Okay, so that's the idea. It's a bit rough here now, but it gives you the idea of the steps that we're doing. So if you haven't gotten already, these are the tops, the roofs of the buildings. This is a kind of a park, and you have a little pathway kind of going through. These are trees, and then you can have little shrubberies kind of going around the top or in the back. I'm trying to mix up the types of pen mark or pencil mark that you're doing. I do these kind of marks just for trees, just to give you a quick idea what it is. That's another thing with art when you're drawing. I'll just make sure it's actually... Yeah, when you're drawing, the more variety and types of pencil marks you have, the more interesting I find the drawing is. So I can just go all around the back. Kind of gives it a feel that you're looking down the tree, so it's not very it wouldn't be boxy or anything like that. You just have this feeling that it's kind of a natural kind of shape, which is kind of, in this case, just a quick squiggle around the area. There, that's the idea. Again, as I mentioned, add a bit of colour, it'll just kind of come off the page. So that's it. So again, 1 point perspective. This is the point. Draw lines, draw the squares, and then the lines going from the corners of the squares, or the boxes, I'll call them, from the boxes back to the vanishing point, the guidelines, and then you can start creating your shapes. You'll make mistakes, like I have myself, but it makes you kind of think. It makes you think as you're going along. You can use your kind of creative juices kind of to give you other ideas you can actually put into it. You can put people into it. You can put cars you can put into it. Stuff like, what would a car look like from a bird's eye view? Things like that. So add it and make it your own, and yeah, enjoy it. Give it a go, and I'll do one more video later on in the week for 1 point perspective. It's going to be a different viewpoint than we've worked it, but it's not too dissimilar to this. So just give this a go, and yeah, enjoy it, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, take care.